Hey everyone, welcome back to the Horror Show. We are still here at Mad Monster Phoenix 2015, and I am here with a fantastic horror actor, Duane Whitaker. And he has been in a lot of movies. As you can see in the background, Jaime, if you want to pan up real quick, we have, he appeared in Pulp Fiction. We've got Feast, which is one of my favorite little horror ones. Eddie Presley, we've got From Dusk Till Dawn 2, of course, Halloween 2 down here. And Duane, I wanted to chat with you because having been in so many of them, what's it like actually being involved in such an extensive category of actual awesome horror movies like that?
You know, it's just they're just acting jobs. They come really sporadically, and it's about half the things I do end up being genre films, and they're all different. You know, there's really no consistent thing. Some of them end up being a lot of fun. Some of them not so much. You know? But generally, it's just good to work. You know, as an actor. You know, I always see myself as an actor who sometimes does genre films. You know, I'm kind of in the genre, but I'm not of the genre. I've probably done more mainstream stuff. But outside of Pulp Fiction, which everybody's sort of seen, but a lot of people have seen me in more of the horror stuff than the other stuff. So it's kind of like I said, it's just a job. But the fan base of this stuff is so that you can come and do something like this, and everybody sort of knows who you are, and it's fun. You know, it's fun to do.
The concert?
Oh yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. I almost always enjoy them, but every once in a while, you know.
Sometimes not so much. That's fair.
I've actually had fun at all of them. I mean, it's just once you get used to it, you know, it's in the beginning, it's kind of like, what? You want me to sign this? You know, but no, it's fun. You know, it's humbling. You know, that people want to get your stuff and, you know, have a conversation or whatever. So it's nice. You know, it's nice to interact with people.
Well, that's awesome. That's why, you know, us fans tend to be so rabid, especially horror fans, because you know, we'll keep coming back, especially if you're awesome. You know, it brings people back and back, and they swear by you, and you know, people shout out all over social media about you.
Yeah.
So that's definitely
that's the one thing about the horror genre, man. They've got a rabid fan base, and they're very loyal, and you don't really get that in other stuff. I mean, I'm not signing stuff from, you know, some art film I did, you know, so they've got a real, you know, they love it, and they, you know, they're very loyal, you know, so it's a cool thing. There's not really any other, I guess, some of the sci-fi stuff, but really rabid fan base, which is cool, you know.
Well, we see the horror stuff here. Remind our viewers of some of the non-genre stuff that you did.
Well, I just finished a film this summer called, having to think as I keep changing the title. It's called Give Till It Hurts. It's myself and Daniel Roebuck and Leslie Easterbrook, who's done a lot of, you know, she's in Rejects and a lot of horror stuff too.
Nice.
But it's not a horror film. It's kind of just a straight film. We'll see how that turns out. I've been doing a little TV, you know, and I did a movie called Dead Letters I like a lot. That's kind of out there floating around if you look for it. You look on IMDb. I mean, there's stuff. I'm old and senile, so I forget.
Fair enough.
I look, oh yeah, I forgot about that, you know. But you know, there's a lot of cool stuff out there that I'm proud of. But in some of this stuff, I'm very proud of. You know, it just, like I said, it's all, to me, it's all just work. You know, they're acting jobs, and that's what I'm an actor. You know, so the fact that I've kind of got some sort of, you know, horror recognition. You know, they'll maybe I get some of these just because I've been in so many. Actually, Feast is a movie I really like that not enough people have seen.
It was so fun.
It's a really good movie. Yeah.
I followed the whole season of Project Greenlight.
Yeah, it was fascinating. Yeah.
And then it was just a matter of waiting to see the actual movie. And there's a couple moments that are just too fun. Like, for instance, when the kid gets chomped down to the bottom of the leg. I mean, that was something I didn't remember seeing in a movie. A kid just blatantly getting eaten right in front of everyone.
No, Gulager's a very, I mean, I know their whole family. I've worked with Clue a few. In fact, Clue's in this movie I just told you about this summer. And I did, the first movie I ever wrote that got produced was Eddie Presley, and Clue was in that also. So I've known their family. And John's a really talented guy, you know. And the first Feast, I mean, I like a lot. I just think I didn't have to, but I went out and helped promote the film, and you know, I had to watch it over and over and over, and I never really got sick of it. You know, I was like, you know, although, like, after the 10th time I was on a panel, I said, you know, after watching this like 10 times, it occurs to me the boss man's kind of an asshole. You know, but up until that point, I thought I was just trying to help. You know, but.
So would you say that Feast is the one of these that you had sort of the most fun on, or maybe Pulp Fiction?
Well, Pulp Fiction was fun. I was only there a week. Feast was a little tense because, you know, the Project Green. You had a movie. It was a reality show as we were doing it, so you had people in your face, so it was a little uncomfortable. You know, it wasn't.
I kind of hard as an actor.
Yeah, I just hid. I just didn't want to. You know, the only place they couldn't go was to your trailer. You know, and you'd be sitting there eating lunch, talking to somebody, and they would have a camera in your face. You know, you could be talking about something you really didn't want her. You know, but.
Sure.
So it was kind of unnerving. So I didn't spend a lot of. I hid. If you see the show, I'm there. But I figured if I didn't give them anything to work with, they couldn't. You know, if they got a shot of me sleeping, they couldn't cut to it 10 times, going, he's sleeping again. This guy's never away. So I literally would walk around behind the crew where I wasn't even in a lot of shots. But other than that, you know, it was cool to see John get a chance like that, and it turned out really, really well. You know, which much to a lot of people's surprise. Right. They thought this guy's an idiot. He can't do anything, but he's not. He's not really good at, you know, getting the job, articulating or anything. But you know, not all people are. It's a different skill. You know, I think the producer said, he goes, it's the worst interview I've ever seen with anybody actually got the job. And he goes, and I'm including all crew positions, everything. But it's worth. I mean, for anybody who hasn't seen it, that's a movie that I totally endorse. You know, I think more people should. You know, I'm surprised they're not aware of it. You know?
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen Feast, do yourselves a favor and go check it out, especially if you're a creature person. Jaime and Fuego and I, we're both huge creature movie people, so this was one that we knew about as soon as it was happening. So if you haven't seen it, check it out, especially for Duane.
It's no CGI to speak of. It's all practical effects.
Practical effects, the best kind.
Yeah, Gary Tunnicliffe did a great job, and it's really. It's a fairly low budget movie, but it's really well for the money that they had. They really pulled it off. You know.
Well, final question, just a quick general horror question. What is your stance on remakes?
You know, it's hard to say. I mean, sometimes, you know, every once in a while they're great. You know, I mean, going all the way, you know, back, you know. So yeah, I mean, it would be nice if you could just create something new, but you know, it's all about, oh well, they'll go see it if it's this time. You know. I don't really have a strong opinion. If it's a good movie, it's a good movie. I don't really care.
That's the way I feel about it. Yeah, I mean, they're not printing the remakes on the old prints of the movies, so they're all still there.
Every once in a while, you see Chainsaw Massacre, and there's, you know, it's like you're never going to make a better movie than that, so there's no point.
Right.
But I understand that it's you know, you do it.
It's a new generation.
Yeah, you do it, and it's, you know, they can at least, you know, make some money on it. But you know, there's certain things you really don't want to mess with.
Sure.
For a movie to be that good, it's, you know, it's almost an accident anyway. You can't recreate that kind of stuff. But you know, every once in a while I get fooled. You know, I'm like, oh wow, that was really good.
That looks good.
You know,
Doesn't turn out that good.
or sequels saying every once in a while, you know, they do get better. You know, but very rarely, you know.
Fair enough. That is a totally fair opinion. Well, thank you very much for talking to
man.
us, Duane. I appreciate it. And you guys,
Feast.
check out Feast. Again, totally worth it. And go ahead and IMDb Duane here and find out the stuff that's non-genre. You know, sometimes it's a little more fulfilling for an actor, so make sure that we get as many eyes on those as we can.
Yeah, track all that stuff down. It's all out there somewhere.
Exactly. So thanks again, sir. And remember, guys, stay scared.